So, as far as what you're truly desiring right now, we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and this card represents healing. Okay, which is no surprise because Scorpios are very healing people in general. So this healing could represent a physical ailment, something physically that's been going on, emotional healing, spiritual healing, mental healing, a very powerful, and this is a powerful healing experience. So Scorpio, what they're truly desiring is something deep, something very deep and powerful, not a superficial or merely a mask or a band-aid. You're looking for a true and authentic and real and genuine healing. This also is in the financial realm. It can also be a financial abundance card. So it can bring financial, really just abundance into someone's life based on a business or a job or a gift, just a lot of money. So healing on the emotional level. I'm actually picking up strong emotion and physical and financial. And this is not a superficial healing. This is something that's lasting. It's permanent. It has endurance to the healing. So, and powerful manifestation of healing. Okay, as far as what you value and what your identity is at this time, and it's also what you value in others. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups represents stability. So what you value in others is stability, is somebody that has stick-to-itiveness, somebody that is unmoved, somebody that can last, like the pillars of time, that's unshaken. You respect that. You value that. This is something also that you value. You're not looking for the superficial in life. You are looking for that which is indestructible, unmovable, strong, steady. And also, this is it's a cup, so it represents the water signs. So this is tapped in or linked to the emotions. So the stability relates to emotions. So you also might value people in your life that are emotionally stable, are emotionally trustworthy and dependable. And this is something that you also offer for others. That's the beautiful thing here. You offer this for others as well. So you are kind of indestructible and unshakable, unmovable. You are steady. You are stable. There's an aspect of you that is that, okay? Whether you feel that way right now or not, depends on where you're at in your journey. But this is something that you are, and you value it. You value it in others. Okay. So as far as for the month of April, what might trip you up or kind of a word of caution, we have the Three of Swords here. And this is a sign of separation. Okay, so something is going to go through a period of separation. And this could be temporary, this could be permanent. Doesn't mean it's forever. This also represents delays. And it can be, if you kind of look at the clouds here, it's looking stormy and turbulent. It's unsettled. So things aren't fully and completely clear. So just know that there might be a separation from a loved one, a friend. You might be going somewhere, they might be going somewhere for a period of time, or something could be delayed that you've been waiting on. It might take longer than expected. This also kind of reflects that there could be some emotions that are turbulent, or even thoughts that are turbulent. So, and some of these things are out of our control. So this really, to me, I feel like this might be something that's not in your control. And if it's not, just know that this is an energy that's going to pass. It's not forever. I mean, eventually the sky is going to clear and the plane is going to be able to get where it needs to go. So, but for the month of April, something is going to cause a little bit of maybe anxiety because, the timing is not what you thought it would be, or it's going to test you in some way. Okay, so that's kind of little heads up. All right. The path that you are meant to take here, we have the King of Swords. Wow, very powerful. Powerful energy here. This is a mastermind, Scorpio. This is somebody that is a leader. This is somebody that can school anybody in their craft. You're in a very learning, you're acquiring skills right now in some way, shape, or form, Scorpio. You are acquiring, or your highest path, your highest road to take is something where you're going to be learning as an apprentice, because you're meant to be the teacher or the master of some discipline. Because this guy is literally, he's brilliant. You cannot refute this guy. This guy's too smart, basically. You don't want to get in an argument with this person. And this person also has authority. He has authority. He has backing. So you are meant to get involved in something, and I don't know if this is political or academic. It could be in the medical field, because we're talking about healing as well here. Scorpio, you're meant to be in a position of power. So you are meant to take the high road, to take the road where you're going to learn, where you're going to acquire skills, where you're going to sharpen your mind, your thoughts, whatever that learning is for you. I'm getting a lot of like learning and academics and, being the apprentice, just taking everything in, observing, just like a sponge. So really use the powers of your mind here, Scorpio. The path that you're meant to take is the powers of your mind, because this guy is literally like a genius, and you cannot convince him because he already knows the answer. So the path to your fulfillment is mastering your skills, mastering your mind, harnessing your energies, and becoming irrefutable in them. Okay. And the challenge here is that all sounds good and dandy, but obviously there's some challenges that are going to come up. And, maybe the things that you value in others and yourself, you're not feeling right now, or you're attracting people that aren't stable and that aren't showing you the things that you value most. So, success is not just a straight shot. We generally have to go through things to get there. So learn from these things. Don't let them get you so extreme on one side that you lose your focus of what your ultimate path is, which is to be a master in your field and to be irrefutable, because you've gone through all these experiences and you've learned. Okay, so the attitude that the universe wants you to embrace right now for the month of April is the 5 of Wands. Okay, and what this represents is you've obviously made progress. And what this tells me is that you have made progress, and that makes sense because I know that you are an extremely hard worker and you have such a persevering spirit. Even if you fall down, you get back up. So what this is letting me know is that you already have made headway. You've already had some of this healing in your life. But for the month of April, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to protect what you've already accomplished. There's going to be some things that want to ruffle your feathers, want to maybe kind of take back what you've attained. So you've already have attained, valuable things from what you've gone through. You're going to need to be a little protective in the month of April of what you've already attained. So also that would be, I'm seeing that you need to protect yourself. Don't just, if there's someone or something or someplace that energetically isn't right for you, don't go there. Don't subject yourself to places, things, or people that make you feel vulnerable. Now is the time to protect yourself, protect your assets, protect what you've worked so hard to achieve. Because there might be some delays, there might be some separation, and it might bring up some vulnerabilities. So you need to, kind of go in self-preservation mode. And it doesn't mean to stop being ambitious or stop, taking risks, but just be wise. Be very wise and listen to your gut, listen to your intuition about what choices are going to keep you on your path, what choices are going to keep you moving forward as far as manifesting your destiny. Okay, so really awesome energy, Scorpio. Very proud of you because I know how hard you work. And I know that you feel things in a very extreme way. So I'm proud of you for, seeking to balance your energies. So just to kind of recap, what you're desiring most is healing. You want that healing. You want that transformation. And it's a permanent healing. It's not a temporary and it's not superficial. This is genuine, pure healing, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and also financially, to be awarded for your hard work and your efforts. You want that to come to fruition, and you're willing to work for it. You're not just expecting it to be handed to you. That's what you're desiring right now. And what you value in others, and also what you offer for others, whether you know it or not, is stability, emotional stability, and also kind of an indestructible quality. These pillars aren't going anywhere. They've stood the test of time, and you value that. You value when something is that strong to you. You respect that. The thing that could be a pitfall or trip you up in the month of April is the separation. It's either going to bring up feelings of insecurity or, loss or loneliness. But just remember that this is temporary. This isn't permanent. If it sparks emotions in you, or it could even be delays, if it sparks emotions in you, know that this is going to pass. Don't let it ruffle your feathers. Continue being what you value, which is indestructible. Okay, and the path that you're meant to take is this path of the professor. This is a professor. He's got the sword. So this guy knows his stuff. You're meant to be a teacher, in some way, shape, or form, not a literal teacher, a master, someone that has his skills down to where you can't really argue with that person because they know, they're a master in their field. So whether this is academic and it's also a position of authority and prominence in society. So whatever is going to give you that power in a positive way, that's the path you're meant to take. So don't let these other things make you lose sight of who you really are. And the attitude is you're supposed to be protective in the month of April. Protect your resources, protect the things that are valuable to you. And that could be money, that could be your emotions, that could be your body. I don't know. Everybody's different. But this just shows you that you are making progress. You have made progress. You have attained some wealth or success on some level. You have attained some of this healing that you're looking for. But you need to be a little more cautious about who you share it with, or, you don't want to just go flashing it around, because this is a time to be protective of it, because the sky here, it represents that there could be competition, there could be other people's opinions, there could be just someone that's maybe a little jealous. Regardless, you just need to protect what you have. If you do this, Scorpio, which I believe in you, what the universe says you're going to get, and I love this because this is just confirming the other card here. Now we have the Four of Pentacles, which is another four over here, and this is security. You are going to get the security that you've been looking for. And this also pertains to finances as well. It's security in every area. So to me, you're going to feel secure as a person and secure financially and in all areas of your life, because you have become the master and controller of your destiny. You are in control. So you're going to get everything you want. And even though it's not just money or health, I almost feel like security is better, because security is kind of like the blanket over all the things you value, because you're only secure when you know you're in control. And if you practice these things to harness your powers, you're going to be in control, and you're going to be able to manifest everything that you truly intend to manifest.